The internet is full of people telling you how to train, and how not to. So much so, in fact, that training can oftentimes seem quite restricted and boring. It doesn't have to be. As long as you're moving, you're improving, and with that in mind, there are 1,000,000,001 different ways to train. Should you stay safe? Sure. Are there faster ways to get to the top? Maybe. But our ancestors stayed strong and healthy without anyone telling them how to move. If we listen to our bodies, they'll tell us what they need. As long as you're moving, you're improving, so don't let anyone tell you you're doing it wrong. Here are just some of the things you don't have to do. You don't have to train in the gym. Your body is gym enough. Better yet, why not get outside where every fallen tree can be a balance beam or a barbell, where every ditch is something to jump over and every rock is something to throw. You don't have to squat, or deadlift, or curl, or push up, or pull up. There are countless different alternatives for every movement. Instead of forcing yourself into doing what you think you should be doing, do what feels good. You don't have to lift weights, or run, or do any kind of training that doesn't speak to you. Once again, there are plenty more options, whether you prefer rock climbing, calisthenics, swimming, dancing, sports, or some combination of the above. You don't have to stick to one discipline. Specialization can be dull, it can lead to imbalance. Find the perfect mix for you. You don't have to follow a program. Each workout can be unique and offer its own challenges. As long as you occasionally return to similar movement patterns, you'll see compound gains. If you don't, you'll gain in entirely different, less visible ways. You don't have to lift more than your friend, or that person on Instagram. There's no pressure, it's not a competition, so go at your own pace. You don't need to use perfect form or full range of motion. There are actually benefits to using partials and short ranges of motion, and there is no such thing as a bad exercise. You can try to never round your back when picking up weight, but that sure isn't how you move in the real world. And while there is such thing as poor form that can lead to injury, this is mostly only an issue for those moving very heavy weights or doing huge sets. Doing a push-up slightly wrong isn't going to end your fitness career. No one taught you how to walk, but chances are you're doing that just fine. Try and improve, but don't critique yourself to the point of not having any fun at all. This isn't school. You don't have to train heavy, or hard at all. Don't feel like pushing yourself to your limit? That doesn't mean you can't train. Lifting light weights, going for a light run, it's all still beneficial. You don't always need to destroy yourself. In fact, you never do. You don't have to track your progress. Tracking your numbers can be a useful metric for progression, but they don't tell the whole story, and you should never be a slave to them. If you're regularly putting in a decent effort, you will improve. Trust in the process. You don't have to progress. That said, you also don't have to improve. If you're in okay shape and you're enjoying what you're doing, if you're not getting any worse, well then you're doing okay. If your training is invigorating, and if it helps you to fight the forces of entropy, then it's more than worthwhile. But even without trying, you'll be gaining new skills and building resilience. Because if you're moving, you're improving. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Just a short little motivational speech, something a little bit different. Of course, I believe it's important to avoid injury and avoid movements that can cause injury, but don't get so wrapped up in this that you don't have any fun with your training. Just get outside, have fun and move, experiment and come up with new ideas. It should be fun, and if it is, you'll find you're much more likely to stick to it. What do you guys think anyways? Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you at all. If you like the idea of training in a way that's more excitable and adventurous, then you might enjoy my ebook and training program, Super Functional Training. There's a discount on that right now, and you can find a link in the description down below. But either way, thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.